Got it. Good afternoon. I am Michelle Krause, the CEO of the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences Medical Center and the Senior Vice Chancellor for UIMS Health. Thank you all for joining us for this ceremony today. I wanted to just give a brief history of endowed chairs and professorships. Endowed chairs and professorships are rich with academic tradition. The first named chair was established in the year 1502, which is a little more than 500 years ago, by Lady Margaret Beaufort, mother of Henry VII, whose gift created the Lady Margaret Professorship of Divinity at Cambridge and Oxford University in England. Today, 5 centuries later, the gift still supports a continuous line of distinguished scholars, the Margaret Professors. English settlers introduced the custom to America when the first of more than 250 chairs were established at Harvard University 50 years before the American Revolution. The endowed chair remains the highest academic honor that a university can bestow on a distinguished faculty. Those named to a chair or to a professorship at the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences are among the most highly regarded scientists, practitioners, or professors in their academic fields. The tradition of a specially forged medallion, but not drop that, signifies the partnership of the benefactor and the university. A single gift or a group of gifts designating or totaling more than $1 million creates an endowed chair. The full amount of that gift is invested, and the income it generates is used to support innovative academic research or clinical initiatives as directed by the chairholder. The individualized medallion presented to the chairholder at the investiture ceremony is the tangible symbol of the civic and philanthropic spirit that allows UIMS to make significant contributions to the field of healthcare. I'd like to extend my congratulations to Dr. Ashley Norse for her accomplishments, which have merited this honor for you. Many of the accomplishments you'll hear about through the ceremony today. And I'd also like to offer a special thank you to the Reed family. The late Stanley E. Reed, for whom this professorship is named, his wife Charlene, who's sitting here and joined us today, and their children Haley, Anna, and Nathan for making this professorship a reality. There's a little connection here. Haley is Andy Davis's wife, and they are actually driving, or they may be in Fayetteville, moving their third child into college, of which I will be doing tomorrow. So they're a day ahead of me. And so without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dr. Stephen Weber, the Dean of the College of Medicine, to talk about the significance of endowed chairs and professorships.
Thank you, Dr. Krause. I would like to also welcome everybody here today, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. Ashley, congratulations. Thank you for your leadership and vision that you've brought to our emergency medicine department since joining us in January. You were my first recruit, and I think I did a very good job. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about why endowed professorships and chairs are so important, because they really do have a profound impact on both the faculty who hold them, but also on our institution, and ultimately our Kansans and all those who we serve benefit from the gifts that fund endowments and from the work of our faculty who hold endowed chairs and professorships. As Dr. Krause noted, these endowments are indeed a prestigious honor. As such, they help us recruit and retain world-class educators, clinicians, and scientists, and just as importantly, they support the vital work and vision of the faculty who hold them. Our mission at UIMS is to improve health. We strive to accomplish this through our work in education, research, clinical care, and outreach across the state. An endowed shareholder might choose to use the invested earnings from the fund to launch, expand, or otherwise support an initiative in any of our mission areas. But regardless of how an endowment is directly used, it benefits all our mission areas together, and this is because our programs in education, clinical care, research, and outreach are truly integrated here at UMS. It is important to remember that endowed chairs and professorships help us improve our programs and services in perpetuity, and this is especially important in an era when resources are limited. So we are delighted to celebrate the philanthropic spirit that made this professorship possible. As Dr. Krause said, we remain grateful to the late Stanley Reed and to Charlene and the entire Reed family for all they've done for UMS and for Arkansas over so many years. We are pleased to honor the outstanding colleague who will hold this professorship. So again, congratulations, Dr. Norse. With that, I would like to introduce our speakers for this afternoon. First will be Dr. Ahmed Abu-Abdu. I think we'll stick to Ahmed for this afternoon, who is our Chief Clinical Officer and currently also our Cancer Service Line Director. And then he will be followed by Dr. Randy Maddox, who is Professor and Vice Chair in the Department of Emergency Medicine. So with that, I'll turn it over to Ahmed.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Weber. Good afternoon. Dr. Steve Weber, the Executive Vice Chancellor and the Dean of the College of Medicine. Dr. Michelle Krause, the Senior Vice Chancellor and CEO of UMS Medical Center. Dr. Ashley Norse, Chairwoman of the Emergency Medicine Department, her family. Ms. Charlene Reed and her guests. And I spot out Dr. Lowry Barnes, our Interim Chancellor here. Welcome. Distinguished guests, my name is Ahmed Abu-Abdu. I'm the Chief Clinical Officer for UMS Health and the Cancer Service Line Director. I'm humbled to stand before you today as I participate in one of the highest academic accomplishments a distinguished healthcare leader can earn in an academic medical center. The investiture of Dr. Ashley Norse to the Stanley E. Reed Professorship in Emergency Medicine, Trauma, and Injury Prevention. Dr. Norse's academic career started with her graduation from Louisiana State University Health Sciences Center in New Orleans, Louisiana in 2001, followed by emergency medicine residency training at the University of Florida in Jacksonville, Florida, from 2001 to 2004, including a year of chief resident. Recognizing the importance and the magnitude of the complex healthcare landscape and the interplay of that with the political landscape, she pursued a fellowship training in healthcare policy from the University of Florida in Jacksonville. In 2005, she remained at the University of Florida, Jacksonville as a faculty member and rose through the ranks to become the Vice Chair of Clinical Operations in the Department of Emergency Medicine with an expansive scope of services, including managing the Emergency Department Observation Unit, and the Physician Advisory Services. Dr. Norse is a highly accomplished and prominent leader. Her service and leadership span the county level, the state level, the region, and on the national stage. The common theme in her leadership roles is longevity and consistency. An impressive career with 20 years of service in the Duval County Medical Society, the Florida Medical Association, the Florida College of Emergency Physicians, and nationally the Association of Academic Chairs of Emergency Medicine, the Academy for Women in Emergency Medicine, and the American College of Emergency Physicians. Dr. Norse's personality is admirable, to say the least. She has the perfect blend of kindness, compassion, humility, integrity, self-awareness, and open-mindedness. A great leader who will coach not only medical students, residents, and fellows, but also junior faculty and rising stars. A compassionate physician with an immense sense of social responsibility as she served on the disaster medical assistance team during Hurricane Charlie to Ponta Gonda and Hurricane Ivan to Pensacola. Throughout her career, the impact of her service, teaching, and leadership has been widely recognized, from the AMA Foundation Leadership Award from American Medical Association in 2006 to the American College of Emergency Physician National Faculty Teaching Award in 2012, the Medical Director of the Year Awards from the American College of Emergency Physicians, and the Distinguished Faculty Member Awards from the University of Florida College of Medicine in 2023. It is without a doubt that Dr. Ashley Norse deserves this high academic honor, and we look forward to her expertise in leading the charge of emergency medicine in the state of Arkansas. Congratulations, Dr. Norse.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Randy Maddox. Welcome, family and friends, to this joyous occasion celebrating the Stanley Reed Investiture of Dr. Ashley Booth Norris. I would like to extend a special thanks to Interim Chancellor Dr. Larry Barnes, Dean Weber, Drs. Krause and Dr. Boudou, the family of Stanley Reed, and of course, Dr. Ashley Norris. Certainly this is an honor. Thank you for asking me, and paybacks are coming. As an endowed chair, it's one of the highest honors that a university can bestow upon its faculty. Again, I've worked with every single chair since the development of emergency medicine residency here at the University of Arkansas, and Ashley is one of the top tier people that I've ever had the pleasure to work with. I want to take a moment to illustrate who Stanley Reed was for our community. I never met him, but I knew I liked him by reading his story. He was born in Tennessee, grew up on his farm in Mariana. He was the son of a sharecropper. I knew I liked him initially because I'm a fellow Tennessean. And in 8th grade, I took a civics class where you take a test to figure out what you want to do for a living. And I also was picked as a farmer, not a doctor. So he received his BS degree from the U of A in agriculture engineering in 1973 and had numerous honors and awards and was president of SAE. Is Zach here? There he is, Zach's in SAE. He attended law school at the U of A and graduated in 1979 with high honors and awards and scored the highest in the bar exam that year. He's married to Miss Charlene while in law school, and they have 3 children, Haley, Nathan, and Anna. He moved back to Mariana to do a solo practice of law for a couple of years. And then he dedicated his full attention to farming, both cotton and soybeans, at one time over 10,000 acres of land involving Lee, St. Francis counties, and in Mississippi. And the Reed family was named the Lee County Farm Family of the Year in 1984. He was appointed the U of A Board of Trustees, where he served as chair for several years. He served 21 years as a member of the Arkansas Farm Bureau Federation, was president in 2003. He served on numerous boards, some appointed by the governor and others by insurance and healthcare organizations. He dedicated his life to his family, his church, the people of Arkansas and the world. He was charismatic, intelligent, trustworthy, a great communicator, educated, innovative, down to earth, to mention a few according to the internet. All great qualities of a leader. He was a visionary and was actively involved in several projects that were all centered around access to education and the importance of getting an education. He improved trade relationships with multiple foreign countries, anything to do with furthering the cause of agriculture. He had a strong knowledge of finances, of course, and for UAMS, his understanding the need for a statewide trauma system to provide fellow Arkansans with the best trauma care in the state to help us and establish and return to our level 1 trauma status. In 2011, the Stanley Reed Endowed Chair in Emergency Medicine, Trauma, and Injury Prevention was established, honoring the true champion and state advocate of a statewide national system for trauma. The first recipient of that reward was Dr. Tony Sapal. Now let's talk about Ashley. I know this makes you nervous, but the spotlight is on you now. She's been married for 16 years to Ron. She's a retired police lieutenant, and they have 3 children, Hudson, Emma, and Allie. She received her BS degree, we discussed earlier, in chemistry with honors from Southeastern University in 1997 and her medical degree from LSU, but we won't hold that against her. She did her residency at the University of Florida and a fellowship in healthcare policy that we discussed. I won't repeat a lot of that, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that she has a multitude of publications that cover almost every area of emergency medicine, including healthcare policy. I would put her where kind of like Led Zeppelin, maybe Elvis Presley level, Led Zeppelin being the top, but she's kind of the Elvis Presley, published in every area of emergency medicine. She has numerous grants and awards that she's received for research that cover HIV and hepatitis screening, substance abuse, the diagnosis of sepsis, agents that can reverse uncontrolled life-threatening bleeding, screening protocols to identify elder abuse, snake antivenom comparisons, pain and impact on the return ED visits, just to mention a wide variety of her interests. I've gotten to know Ashley through the interview process and over the past 7 months, and several things come to mind. She's very competitive. She's energetic. She's enthusiastic, compassionate, goal-oriented, intelligent, collaborative, committed to patient care and educating others. Most of all, she gets it. She understands the complexities and intricacies of emergency medicine that everyone across the nation has struggled with. This mirrors the same qualities that Mr. Reed exhibited. She has all the qualities of a great leader and shares the same mission and vision we had developed for our department many years ago. Let me just share a few stories now. I value my future employment, so I won't do too many. She believes in P&P, which stands for Pearls and Prosecco. I had discussions. I don't have any special stories, but I had to call one of her fellow residents that went to med school and residency with her, and she described her as kind of an intense person. And then Dr. Duran Gehring says she was more laid back. Ashley was more intense, that she had to keep Ashley grounded and provided positive energy for her to keep her down to level and keep things rolling. There was one other story that she shared. A nurse called her, Ashley, one time when she was doing floor medicine, telling her that she had accidentally given a patient insulin and that she needed an order to give the patient glucose. And of course, paraphrased, Ashley said, well, you didn't need an order to give insulin. Why would you need an order to give glucose? So anyway, her friend also reported that she's extremely competitive with procedures and patient numbers, and that she's always been a great friend and a true person to lean on. In conclusion, it's a great honor for me to be a part of this celebration, and would like to thank the family of Stanley Reed, the interim chancellor, Dr. Barnes, Dean, Dr. Krause-Abudu, and Ashley for making this possible. Thank you.
It's you first?
Yeah.
Dr. Krause, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Medicine, it is my distinct honor to recommend to you that Dr. Ashley Norse be invested in the Stanley E. Reed Professorship in Emergency Medicine, Trauma and Injury Prevention.
Ashley, would you like to come up? Okay. So do you want to, we do this together? All right. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Arkansas, I think I see a trustee back there. Thank you. I am pleased to invest Dr. Ashley Norse in the Stanley E. Reed Professorship in Emergency Medicine, Trauma, and Injury Prevention. Gotta get my glasses back on. Dr. Norse, would you like to say a few comments?
First, let me start by saying I'm not as competitive as Randy made me out to be. I just want to see more patients than he does. Dear colleagues, distinguished guests, and members of the Reed family, Ms. Charlene, it is a privilege to stand before you today to accept the Stanley Reed Endowed Professorship in Emergency Medicine, Trauma, and Injury Prevention. Thank you, Dr. Barnes, Dean Weber, and Dr. Krause for hosting this event today. And thank you, Dr. Obudu and Dr. Maddox for the kind and gracious words. And thank you to my family for being here. I know that they're embarrassed to have to sit up here, so thank you. It is a profound honor, as this professorship is a tribute to the remarkable legacy of Stanley Reed, a third-generation cotton and soybean farmer from Mariana whose life's work was dedicated to advancing agriculture and supporting rural Arkansans Stanley Reed's leadership extended beyond his own fields. He was a tireless advocate for farmers and ranchers, serving over 2 decades on the Arkansas Farm Bureau Board, including 5 years as president. His vision for Arkansas agriculture was global. He led trade initiatives and missions to countries around the world seeking new opportunities for his community. His service to the Arkansas Farm Bureau Board and the University of Arkansas Board of Trustees, including 2 years as chairman, further exemplifies his commitment to education, progress, and the well-being of Arkansans. Stanley Reed's legacy is not only one of leadership, but also of compassion, faith, and a deep belief in the power of community. He understood the unique challenges faced by rural families, including access to timely and effective medical care. It is fitting that his name is now linked to the advancement of emergency medicine, trauma, and injury prevention, fields that are vital to the health and safety of all Arkansans, especially those in rural areas and in the farming community. As the recipient of this professorship, I'm deeply honored to carry forward Mr. Reed's spirit of service and innovation. While I'm not a farmer or a lawyer, and it's questionable how good of a business person I am, you can ask Dr. Krause and Dr. Weber later, I have been an advocate for physicians and patients, not just in the emergency department, but by serving as president of the Florida Medical Association's Board of Directors, and now in my new home and state of Arkansas on their medical board of directors. My hope is to continue Mr. Reed's legacy to fight to ensure that all Arkansans have access to exceptional health care and injury prevention. Endowed professorships are more than titles. They're legacies. They represent the vision of benefactors who believe in the transformative powers of knowledge and the importance of supporting those who dedicate their lives to advancing science and caring for others. And I promise to continue that work. This endowment will support research, education, and outreach efforts that aim to improve trauma care and injury prevention across our state. It will help us train the next generation of emergency physicians and trauma physicians, develop new strategies to save lives, and to ensure the values of Stanley Reed championed leadership, integrity, and the dedication to community will remain at the heart of our mission. Thank you to the Reed family again, the Arkansas Farm Bureau, and all those who made this professorship possible. Together, we will honor Stanley Reed's legacy by working to make Arkansas a safer, healthier place for all.
All right, congratulations, Dr. Norse. We're so proud of you. For those of you guys who don't know Ashley and her family, she moved here over the holidays. And I think within the day, or maybe when you were driving, we had a 20-inch snowstorm. Schools were canceled. You had to figure out how to drive on roads to get to work where roads aren't cleared in Arkansas, at least where we live. We live out in the country. And what I thought was made us somewhat connected is, despite the fact that we're both obviously women physicians, but we have 3 children, but our husbands also have a lot of stuff. And so when I moved recently, and then when Ashley was telling me about her move recently, it was easier to move our household and our 3 children probably than what it was to move all of our husband's stuff. There are trailers and tractors and pieces of equipment and tools. And it took more moving companies and more trips to fill barns and buildings than what it did a household. So I knew you would fit right into Arkansas and right into UMS, and we were thrilled. Because I would probably say if I would have had that move with a 20-inch snowstorm before you really even started, you might have really considered maybe heading back to Florida. So I'm just so glad you're here. I cannot wait to see how you transform our emergency medicine department and emergency medicine care for Arkansas. We were just so thrilled when you joined the faculty and joined as the chair. So thank you for everyone who joined us today, both in person and virtually. Please join us for a reception immediately following the ceremony. And this concludes today's investiture. Thank you.